Welcome to the presentation of Sage ACPAC Exchange. Today I'm going to show you how ACPAC Exchange will help you be more efficient at meeting your EDI needs. Please understand that this is only a short overview of the ACPAC Exchange product, and this is not intended to serve as a sole basis for your purchasing decision. Additional information can be obtained from your local solution provider, or if you do not have a local solution provider, contact information will be provided at the end of this presentation. This presentation consists of a quick overview of EDI, the features offered with ACPAC Exchange, and the product demonstration that includes inbound, outbound daily processes and the advanced ship notice process. Well, if you don't know what EDI is, it is a method of exchanging paperless documents between business partners. These partners are referred to as trading partners, and the documents themselves use a public standard format that are referred to as transaction sets in the EDI world. Typical documents are purchase orders, invoices, ship notices, and remittance advice, but there are many more documents that can be exchanged. There are two major standards that are used, the ANSI X12 and the UN EDIFACT standards. If you are only dealing with North American companies, then you will most likely use the ANSI X12 standard. Outside of North America, it tends to use the EDIFACT standards. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the industries that use EDI. What you will notice is that almost every industry uses some form of EDI. One of the main driving forces behind EDI is that companies want to become more efficient and cut their costs. So here are some benefits to EDI. By becoming EDI compliant, you can grow your business. This allows you to manage higher volumes and sell to companies that will only buy from EDI compliant vendors. Reduce the waste and effort by not having to rekey and faxed in orders. Reduce paper and reduce the cost of restocking incorrectly shipped orders. You don't need to hire more data entry people as your business grows. You don't need to wait for faxes and delays in entering orders before you can ship or invoice your customers. And documents are always acknowledged when they are sent and received. Let's take a look at what makes up the ACPAC Exchange solution. ACPAC Exchange supports both ANSI X12, UN EDIFACT, and other industry-specific standards. You can connect to any VAN network or directly to your trading partner, but we also offer seamless connection to your preferred VAN GSX network. You can fully automate all your daily inbound processes and your outbound processes, and also build and send advanced ship notices as required by your trading partners. This illustration shows how ACPAC Exchange can connect to your trading partners through the GSX network. It can also connect to your partners who are also on other VANs. It allows you to connect to partners through a direct connection, and if you need to connect to a network other than GSX, Exchange allows you to connect to any other VAN network. At this point, we'll move into the demonstration portion of our presentation. We will be looking at ACPAC Exchange and the integration of EDI documents from our trading partners to our accounting system. For this demonstration, I will have ACPAC Exchange integrated to Pro ERP. Exchange has daily processes that allow you to retrieve documents from your trading partners and send documents out to your trading partners through the EDI network. You can set up and manage multiple EDI users, use the ASN option, the Advanced Ship Notice option, if that's a requirement by your trading partners. You can configure the settings to meet your computing environment and your EDI needs for inbound documents and outbound documents. The translation table allows you to cross-reference important information such as partner IDs and, importantly, the inventory item numbers. The reporting area provides reportings on partners, inventory items, and processed documents that keep an audit trail of all inbound and outbound activities. Now let's start with the inbound process and check if I have any orders from my customers. I need to select the Inbound Start option, which allows me to manually check for new orders. When the inbound dialog box appears, I can select one of my user-defined profiles. Profiles can be configured for specific document processing, trading partner requirements, and various network configurations. The list of action indicates the steps the process will take to complete the inbound process. In this case, it will first retrieve the documents, map it from the EDI format to the accounting system format, and finally integrate that document to the accounting system. When I start the process, it shows me the documents it has retrieved. I have the options of opening and viewing the document in the raw format, or simply just process the document by mapping and integrating it into the accounting system. I've set Exchange to provide me a report log at the end of my process. This report is stored in history, so I can access it at any time in the future. It indicates who ran the process, when it ran, and the messages indicate the success or failure of any of the steps in the process. The steps include network connectivity, data conversion status, and integration status. If we take a look at line 25, here I can see that my customer ACP1 has sent me one purchase order, and Exchange has integrated that document in as a sales order number 252. Line 26 is also important. It indicates the number of documents checked, how many of those documents were posted, and how many of those documents failed to be integrated into my accounting system. I also want to point out line 21, which is a price mismatch warning. I can see my customer is ordering item DIGC, a digital cable, but the customer included the incorrect price of $42.40. The system price is actually $3.33. But what I've done is set my system to take the importing price, the price off the customer purchase order. In this way, when it creates a sales order, I just simply have to go and modify the sales order. I could have easily set up Exchange to use the system price instead of the price on the incoming purchase order. Either method would depend on your business process. Alright, let's take a look at order 252 in the accounting system. I have my order entry screen open, and here I can see 3 items that my customer has ordered: cable 16 green, cable 16 red, and digital cable. Now remember, the customer has ordered digital cable with an incorrect price of $42.40 instead of the $3.33 price. On the line item detail tab, you can see that Exchange created the order with the price from the purchase order. I could have easily set Exchange to use the system price instead. Additionally, I am also able to bring in any notes or messages from the incoming purchase order. So we've just gone through the inbound process, and you've noticed how fast and easy it is to manage your EDI documents with Exchange. Again, it's as simple as clicking on Start, Inbound Start, and have your documents integrated in. I can run this option as many times as I need to, once a day, twice a day, or 3 times a day. Or if I wanted to, I could fully automate my process by setting up my daily unattended schedule. I'll now run my outbound process and send out invoices out to my customers. I simply select the outbound start, the same way I would for the inbound process. Again, I can select one of my user-defined profiles to execute the list of pre-configured actions. When I click Start, Exchange provides this dialog box, so I can select the invoices that I want to send to my customers. Retrieve collects all the documents from my accounting system. Without setting up a filter, the list consists of all invoices from all customers, including new invoices and previously exported invoices. Well, I really don't want to send out invoices that were already marked as exported, and I don't want to send out EDI invoices to my non-EDI customers. So what I need to do is set up a filter. At the bottom of this dialog box, there are some quick filters that I can easily turn on, and if I want, I can set them to always stay on. One of the filters that I can turn on is the Exchange Partner Only, which only shows me documents from my EDI customers. The other one is Show New Documents Only. This will remove any previously exported documents from the list. After retrieving again with the filters on, I have a shorter, more manageable list. I can select one or multiple invoices to send out to my customers. Well, what I want to do is select the last invoice and send that out to my customer. And I'll do that by clicking the Export button. ACPAC Exchange will then convert the invoice into the correct EDI standards and send it off to my customer. Now you can see how easy it is to send out your documents to your trading partners using ACPAC Exchange. One of the key things I need to set up when I start using ACPAC Exchange is the translation tables. Typically, I will need to set up a translation tables or a cross-reference tables for my partner IDs and my ship-to locations. For example, I might have a customer identified as ABC in my accounting system, but on the EDI network, they might identify themselves as 123 on the EDI documents. This is the same for ship-to locations. So let's take a look at the partner translation tables, and one of the things you'll notice is that I can set up a cross-reference for all of my customers and my vendors. If we look at my customer, ACP1, American Computer Products, you'll notice that they are identified as Acme on the EDI network. They could have easily identified themselves with a phone number, a DUNS number, or basically any unique alphanumeric identifier. I also need to flag this partner as an EDI partner, so I can easily send and receive documents from this partner. My vendors can also be set up the same way. In the inventory translation, I will need to cross-reference any items that I need to sell or buy over the EDI network. If my partners are using my internal inventory numbers, then I don't need to set up a cross-reference. But most partners tend to use their own numbering systems or a UPC code. You will notice that I have Cable 16 Red set up in my accounting system, and I had to translate it to XL200 because most of my partners order XL200 when they want that item. If I need to, I can open my Item Setup dialog box and make changes or include additional information that's needed for transmitting my documents to my trading partners. So now let's move on to the Advanced Ship Notice, the ASN module. The ASN document is an electronic representation of how I physically pack my shipments. It identifies the number of items you're shipping and the number of containers being shipped. The ASN lets my customers know what they're receiving ahead of time, so they can plan their receiving process and their warehouse. All customers don't require an ASN document, but for the ones who do, you will need to build an ASN document for each and every shipment. To build a new ASN document, we'll just simply select the New button. When the dialog box appears, enter in a unique shipment ID to identify the document. Select the customer and the customer's ship-to location, and indicate the sales order or an invoice that will be used to build the ASN document. Retrieve will collect all the documents from my accounting system, and then I need to select one or more sales orders for my ASN document and accept it. I need to double check my addressing information and select a carrier that I've previously set up. The ASN document might require the shipment weight. If I track weights in my accounting system, it'll automatically appear in this area. But if my weights aren't maintained correctly in my accounting system, I have the option of adjusting it. The next step is the electronic packing process. The document that I'm going to send to my customer is SHP 251, and it's made up of one sales order, order number 251, which contains the following 3 items. To pack each item, select an item and click the Add New Carton button. Then I need to indicate the quantity I want to pack and how many I've put into each container. In this case, I'll add 2 to each container. At the bottom I have my UCC 128 number, which is a requirement that uniquely identifies each container. This information is used for creating barcode labels. Once I accept the packing, it will create 2 containers with 2 items in each. The UCC 128 numbers are used to create the barcode labels for each box. Another way of packing is to use the auto pack feature, which allows me to quickly pack all of my items into a container. But let's finish packing these items. I also have the option of dragging and dropping my items into each container. When I'm finished packing, I can print the barcode label information for my containers, one label at a time or all the labels at once. When I've completed building my ASN document, I can send it out to my customer by selecting the Outbound, Start Outbound option, and selecting the ASN document that I've just built. Again, if I wanted to, I could have set this up as an automated process. So what's next? If you would like to get more information on how this product can address your critical business issues, you can contact your local solution provider. If you do not know who your local solution provider is, and you're an existing Sage customer, then you can call 1-877-237-5786. If you are not currently using Sage software product, or you're a customer for Simply Accounting, then you can call 1-877-237-5790. On behalf of Sage Software, I'd like to thank you for previewing our products.